Hi, my name is Brent Carlson, and I am one of the founders and CEO of Corporate Capital Inc. Thank you for taking your time today to join me on this webinar. Today, I will teach you the most overlooked aspect in business, and that is business credit. Without startup capital, we can't open our doors. Without money, we ultimately have no business. But with business credit, we can do anything we choose to do with our company. So let's start off and figure out how people are funding their business today. Let's take a couple options. The first one being your personal credit, your own bank funds, your personal credit cards, or taking a second out on your house. So a lot of people are taking loans out against their homes, but now you have risked your home if your business fails. I mean, you're risking your house. Did you know that according to credit.com, that 38% of homeowners with second mortgages are underwater, or more than their home is worth? If you have a family like me, this would be a disaster and hard to explain to my wife and 4 boys that because my business happened to fail, we have to live on the streets, or even worse, other family members. Jokes aside, I really don't think a second mortgage is the smartest way to go about funding your business. You can use personal credit cards, but the interest rates on credit cards are typically way higher than a business loan. If you have credit cards with great interest rates, then that could be a direction you could go. But again, most business owners are personally guaranteeing these cards, and they're not using true corporate credit cards. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. The average rate for someone with great credit in 2015 is 11.99%. But most people that have cards in their wallets, they're paying 21.99%. If you run into hard times or your business takes a hit, and let's face it, it happens, it just does, then your personal credit and FICO score will drop so low, you probably won't be able to use personal credit for quite some time. Keep in mind, not only will you not qualify for personal credit in the future, but you will personally be held responsible for any debt the company has, even if the business files bankruptcy. This means you can cost and lose all of your personal belongings without business credit. On top of that, people who use their own personal credit and money to fund their business, they're considered to be commingling funds. I know some of you have heard that. And in some states, commingling of funds means that your corporate veil, it can be pierced and the business owner can be sued. We have set up corporations, and some of us LLCs, for our companies to avoid personal liability. So personally funding our business is really not an alternative. Another possibility is to fund the business yourself. Most people don't have the type of extra cash lying around to start or expand a business. Typically, the average cost to start a business is $30,000. There are not too many people able to write that kind of check for their business, and if you can, it's usually for emergency funds, and any financial advisor and myself would tell you don't touch. Therefore, most people never get started or expand when the timing is right because of the lack of capital. Another scenario is to borrow money from, say, family or friends. Most of us know how difficult it is to run our business. Imagine your mother-in-law or your best friend telling you how to run your business because they gave you a few dollars to get it started or maybe expand. This is a good way to ruin relationships and ultimately ruin your business. These illustrations I share with you are just a few examples of what people are doing to keep their doors open or to start new companies. Some of the items I discussed are not even a possibility because we all know personal credit sources are having big problems. Mortgage companies, they've closed. Credit cards are tightening up their requirements. And even the FICO system, they're completely changing the way they evaluate personal credit scores. Because of these problems, you have to watch your personal debt-to-income ratios more than ever, or you're going to find your personal credit card limits cut back. A lot of people have lost credit cards altogether. The good news is, since you have a business, you have a big potential advantage right now because business credit works on a completely different system than personal credit. It doesn't use the FICO system. So you can build separate business credit, and then you can purchase vehicles, real estate, equipment. You can even get open lines of credit and separate business credit cards without even affecting your personal debt-to-income ratios. And that's important. Now, the one thing you have to remember about business credit is that it will never happen on its own. You have to actually take the steps to make it happen. That's important because the credit agencies, they only give you one chance to build your business score properly. If any of the steps are mismanaged or even performed out of order, they can red flag your business. and that means you'll no longer be eligible for separate business credit. Corporate Capital, our main focus is our business credit service. Our involvement with business credit, it arose out of the experience helping clients with tax planning and business structuring. We found ourselves frequently working with both banks and alternative lenders on behalf of the clients. In that process, we've learned about the individual lending protocols of a wide range of lenders. We also became familiar with vendors who were willing to provide credit to startup companies. By parlaying our knowledge of these vendors with our lender relationships, we have been able to help businesses develop business credit on a greatly accelerated basis. It is interesting to note that there are over 500,000 vendors in the U.S. that will extend business credit. However, did you know there's less than 1,000 that will extend credit to the business without requiring a personal guarantee? And they're demanding the business owners to give their Social Security number. One of our program is based on direct links to those select vendors who extend credit to businesses. They report to the business credit bureaus. They extend credit without using your Social Security number. This key fact, it separates us and distinguishes us as the leader in the industry. As I mentioned, there is a process that must be followed in order to build credit for a company. There are companies out there who do what we do, but the difference is who is doing the work. We know that business owners are focused day in and day out. They're running their business. They do not have time to do clerical work for their company. While we are willing to do what it takes, all of us, to make it, it doesn't mean that our time is being spent wisely. Let me share with you a little more detail what we do for our clients. At Corporate Capital, we do all the work for our clients to ensure no mistakes are made in the process of building business credit. As I mentioned earlier, if one mistake is made, it will red flag you, and this will follow your business around no matter how many years your company is in business. And regardless of the success you are having, it doesn't matter. So our team will complete the entire process for you. We will fill out all the credit applications. We find the vendors that make the most sense for your industry. And we've also found that when we do the work for our clients, it's a smooth process. The work gets done very quickly, which means our clients get funded quickly. Business owners are busy running their business, as they should be. So again, we do the work for you. Due to the fact that we complete the applications for you and essentially build the credit for the company, we guarantee every business will have A+ credit with Dun & Bradstreet. A+ credit for a business is a minimum of a 75 or higher paydex score. Even though 75 is considered A, our clients will get to an 80, which is equivalent to an individual having an 800 FICO score. This process takes 60 to 90 days to complete, as opposed to a FICO, which can take years to build. And imagine what you could do with an 800 FICO score. Do you know that 936,795 filed bankruptcy last year? On average, it takes 7 years, at least 7 years, to repair your credit, and that means you'll be relying on cash purchases until it's off your record. With our program, we build corporate credit properly that is separate and apart from your personal credit. So regardless of what happens in the past, your business credit. This means you can buy real estate, you'll be able to lease vehicles, you'll be able to get open lines of credit, and it's all in the name of your business. This is Tim Harris. I'd like everyone to meet him. Tim is our Director of Business Credit, and he will be working personally with the participants of this webinar. I have had the privilege to work side by side with him since 2009. He has established relationships across this country that have brought tremendous value to our clients. His attention to detail is remarkable, and he will oversee your business paydex score to assure you reach an 80. To tell you a little bit more about Tim, at Corporate Capital, we call Tim OCD because he's so articulate, he's clean, he's just anal, and he never misses a beat. The best part about Tim is he treats all the customers the same, whether you are a long-term client or brand new. He will teach you the importance of establishing the credit for your business and make sure you are working with the proper vendors in your industry, because that's very important. He will also walk you through all of the steps of building credit for your company. And he'll also send you to our funding department once your business is in a position to do so. Some of you may be asking yourself, how much money can I get for my business? Our lenders will lend anywhere from as little as $5,000 to $5 million. With our credit program, we guarantee in writing that we will continue to work with your business until you reach a minimum of $25,000 in total credit. Now, we have had clients receive $8,000 loans. We've had clients receive $192,000 loans. Every business is different, and that is why our lenders are willing to go as low as $5K and as high as $5 million. Funding with our company is not industry specific. Corporate Capital has funded general contractors, real estate investors, physicians, truckers, and farmers. Business credit and funding is not based on a personal guarantee, and regardless of what industry we can help. We make it possible for any business to become creditworthy and bankable no matter what you do. Now, what is a performance guarantee? Great question. How wonderful would it be to not have to sign personally for your business anymore? Your business would actually sign for itself. Your personal credit is not put at risk, and you are not collecting personal debt on the business's behalf. That is how funding works with Corporate Capital. You are submitted for funding based on the business credentials rather than your own. You are not signing for a loan that says you are personally responsible for the loan of your business. It's what the business is achieving and what the business is. You don't have to put up your retirement fund or your family's home or any of your personal assets for your business to be funded. Your business will be submitted for funding with very little documentation required and approved without your personal FICO or personal guarantee. Now, after your business credit is built with our company, your business will have its own credit score, or what's known as a paydex score. This paydex score will help represent the performance of your business. Your personal FICO score will not play a role in funding, as it is your business that is obtaining the loan, not you. Money for your business grosses, monthly checking account activity, and how you conduct your business will be more of what your funding approval is based on. If the business closes down or you simply walk away, it's the business that will carry the debt of the loan, not you personally. This is another very good reason why it's always important to separate yourself personally from your business. Like I said before, it is the business that will be approved for funding, not you personally. Corporate Capital will make funding easy. The funding process is a rather quick process with very, very little documentation required for an approval. Even upon being approved and funded, the documentation is still very, very minimal. Because our funding is based on a performance guarantee, your business would need to show its performance, its bank statements, and its accounting records. Also, a simple copy of your driver's license to prove who you are and that you are the owner of the business would need to be provided, of course. Your business paydex score will also be requested, which we build for you. With these few items, you will be submitted and await the approval. As I just mentioned, we work with every industry. The nicest part about doing what we do is the opportunity to help people and their business when they need it most. We have had truckers whose trucks have broken down for weeks upon weeks, and we got them funding to get them back on their feet. We have helped successful doctors. Doctors add pieces of equipment which are expensive. We've helped them open other practices in other states. The most emotional experience I had was when our client went through a natural disaster and was out of work for quite some time, but received the funding necessary to be able to keep her business. We have multi-million-dollar clients in the oil industry that we've helped get millions of dollars in funding, with the most recent one locking down a $20 million contract. We've been servicing our clients for many years now, and in that time, we have satisfied thousands of clients. They all originally came to us just like you. We are the #1 corporate credit specialist in the country, and I'm proud of that, and are experts at helping individuals obtain corporate credit. While servicing these clients, we have established the premier business credit company in the world, and our clients have access to a $500 million trust fund. We actually get our clients funded with our lenders. We hire the best credit experts and credit coaches with the knowledge and expertise to get our clients the credit cards, the loans, the lines of credit needed to grow their business. We have had the privilege to work with business owners in all 50 states. We actually have some international as well. We have a true passion in helping others, and that is why we've worked with startup companies to multi-million-dollar operations. I have a passion of helping others because when I started, I had nothing. I had no business plan, no website, I had no money. I worked diligently and found a group to help develop my website and another one to write my business plan. After I had those two vital pieces in place, I went searching for the capital necessary to lease an office, hire a staff, and finally open my doors. But without the loan at the beginning of all this, I would have never fulfilled my dream, and that was become a successful business owner. Because of the support I had at the beginning, I have found it to be very personal for me to help others the way that I was helped to get started. Whether you are a startup company or a business who has been operating for years, I am confident that we can help you get where you want to be. I would love to help your company grow or simply get started. Our company's principals have over 70 years of experience now helping clients obtain funding, developing an effective web presence, and minimizing their tax liability through proper bookkeeping and tax strategies, which we help with. We can help any business in any industry, but remember the steps which need to be taken. Your company has to be bankable and creditworthy. Don't wait until you need a loan. If you wait, it will be too late. Before we wrap up, I've got a cool offer for anybody who calls me at 855-838-3382. Instead of charging $300 for a full business credit review, which is our normal fee, it's at you for no cost. We'll give it to you for no cost. We'll pull your Dun & Bradstreet report. We'll determine your paydex score, uncover any positive or negative reports. We'll check for possible uniform commercial code filings. We'll determine any trade lines and figure out your stress code and much more. This detailed report is typically 20 pages and will tell us exactly what your business looks like. Again, simply give me a call at 855-838-3382. And with that, thanks for taking the time to join me today. I wish you nothing but continued success in your business. Thank you.